So what is my biggest aha moment in web design? Well, actually, the biggest aha moment is web design is actually really easy. You know, it's really all about you and your ideas. And so there's no one revelation when it comes to web design, right? Like a lot of people think that they need to be a professional web designer or they need to have like years of experience in web design, and it's just not true. What you need to have is a great message, right? Like if I had to tell like people who wanted to start their web design business, or they just wanted to start designing websites, or they even just wanted like a website for their own business, right? Like the one thing that you need is a great idea and a great message, right? Because that's the first thing that, like if you think about like a visitor coming to your website, you want to think about like what you want them to see and what you want them to like experience, right? So you want to have like a message that really like reaches out and connects with people. If you look at like most websites, at least I think, if you look at a lot of websites, the message is really cold, and it's not really designed with anyone specific in mind. And so when you do see a great website that really reaches out and connects with you, you know, it's like, wow, they're actually talking to me. So you actually want, when I'm thinking about a great web design or a great idea for web design, you really got to think about the person first, like the person you're trying to reach. And a lot of times, if you have like a video for your website, so the first thing they see is like your video, that's great because that gives you the chance to really connect with people. And so, you know, like if you look at like, for example, Apple's website, right? Apple is like $1 billion company. If you look at their website, they really focused on getting people excited about like the iPod or the newest iPhone. And I mean, people love their iPhones, right? Like you'll have people like waiting outside for like days just to get the newest iPhone. So yeah, the biggest aha moment really does come down to like your message and like who you want to reach, like who you want to connect to. And that's going to drive everything, right? That's going to drive like your images. It's going to drive your headlines. It's going to drive like what are you even offering people. And so, yeah. And so the next thing I would say would be when it comes to like your web design and like that big aha moment, that thing that's going to make everything going to make you successful is like to make it simple, I would say your images, right? Because people are very visual. And so if you have like a great message and then you have like great photographs, you know, not the stock photography, right? Unless you find a really good stock photo, but like if you find like a personal image. So let's say, for example, you know, if you're selling like a product, if you're selling like say, let's say you're selling, let's say you're selling like a handbag, right? Like a perfect example, a handbag or a t-shirt, right? You want to show people actually having fun, like wearing your t-shirts, you know, and that like when people see that, they're like, oh great, that's not only is it a nice t-shirt, but like someone's actually having a great time wearing that t-shirt, right? And so you want to be able to use great images, right? To make your website really stand out and really shine. And then, you know, we've talked about colors. And you want to be able to put the colors into your website. So again, you can do that through photos. But yeah, like focusing the person, right? Making the website about the person. That's going to give you your biggest aha moment. And you know, a lot of times they'll design their websites in like a vacuum, right? Like it'll be like by themselves, like working on the website. And you want to really get out there and you want to like show people some of your designs and kind of talk to people. Because if you understand your audience, then you'll be able to understand what images really like motivate them and really get them excited. And that's going to really, really help you create some fantastic websites.